Okay, welcome to another PowerShell skills training tutorial, and this should actually be the fourth episode, and this is not gonna be the last. This is gonna be a very good episode, so let's just move through it. Okay, so now we've talked about the layout of this place and the downward part of this place. So I'm going to be talking about this upper part and this part this time. Okay, so not to cause much problem or that. Okay, he did not talk about this place and he left this place alone. What are we going to do with this place? So it's kind of quite easy, but I'm going to explain this place first because this place relates with this place. So now let's go using this. So now one thing that's about a view is the fact that actually when Adobe software developed this particular app, they've integrated what we call your quick views. Okay, so what we call quick views, fact that you can actually change the kind of views you have here depending on what kind of view you wish to have. Okay, if you are dealing with something that deals with layout, when you press layout, it's going to change your view to the layout styles. Change it to printing and proving, your view is going to change for ease. Okay, if you want to make your work easy, just change according to what you want to do. Typography, you're working on typography, it's going to change everything to what you have. Character, graph, this is something that you will not find when you press layout. You find something else in there. Okay, so you might still find some of it anyway, but let me say when you go to web, you see we are not finding most of some stuff like that. So that is going to change according to what you want to do. So you can just set it here, but I think I love Essentials Classic. If you have your touch screen, just go to touch and it's going to change. So now let's have a quick discussion about this. So when you go to file, you can create a new document right here, or you can create new from templates that you find on the internet or anywhere. You can also open files from your documents folder. Press this and you can open files from documents folder, select any picture or anything that's going to open Illustrator. Also, you can also open recent files which you have actually done on Illustrator before. Look at Boxing Day final. Yeah, because I've checked out the wallpaper of the system, you know it's already Boxing Day. So now actually I can actually decide to close this document or save this document. I can also save as maybe in a different name entirely. I can also save a copy of this document in another place, maybe in case I just want to save 2 copies of the document. I can save this as a template to be used by other illustrators. Now another thing about this place that you can also search from Adobe stock footage, stock images that you can actually use in your design. Now I can actually place stuff in my design. I can place photos, anything, not videos, okay, photos and illustrations also in my designs. Okay, I can also export my design. I think I'll use export as, and that's why I use most of it. I don't know what these ones are for. Okay, I'm gonna say the truth, I know what these ones are for. Okay, if you save this one for web, maybe it has me for website, export for screens, just exporting for screens and stuff like that, add both assets and stuff like that. Okay, well, I use export as, and that's the one I'll export it as variety of documents, right? We've got AutoCAD, BMP, CSS, meta files, JPEG, PNG, Photoshop, SVG, Tiger, text formats, window meta files, and more. So it's kind of a lot of stuff you can actually do with this stuff. Okay, you can save it as this stuff in a lot of ways. Okay, now one thing you can actually do is actually import scripts or save scripts, okay, or apply scripts in Illustrator, and you can export a document as a flash, as PDF, as FBG, as even image tracing. Is so easy to do with Illustrator. Now this is just used to set up your document. When you set it up, okay, give it a bleed, give it show image in outline mode, give it a grid size, type of artboard, give it a type, typography. This is just all about your page and everything is going to look like. Another thing about Illustrator is that you can actually set your document color mode. I think I'll choose RGB instead of CMYK. They have different kind of look. Now we also have file. If I want to know about how my file is look, the data about my file and stuff like that, I can just check file info. So that's just the brief about file. Now edit. I can actually align stuff, you know, align the whether center or left or right. When I talk about Pathfinder to discuss more about the align tool. Now I can actually paste stuff. When I cut or copy stuff, I can paste it, and these are the shortcuts you can use. You can paste it on all the artboards. Now I have 2 artboards right here. I can paste it on 2 artboards. Okay, let me show you the example. Okay, I press Ctrl C and I go edit and I press paste on all artboards. You see, it's right here too. So that's just it. I can just say paste in place. If I say paste in place, it means it's right here. See, it's pasted on top of each other. Oh, this is cool. So that's why I call paste in place. So there's other stuff you can do right here. You can also find and replace stuff. Okay, if I had made a mistake, if I made an error in what I write, I can just find the words that are actually connecting to each other that actually Okay, words that are actually, maybe I wrote is and I wrote es instead of is. Okay, I can just find the es which I made a mistake all over and just type it, and anything that just start with es is going to turn it into is. Also, I can also do auto spell check to check whether I don't have any spelling error or stuff like that. Although it also has a dictionary of itself, and actually edit colors, okay, with color stuffs all over and over again. And this transparent flattener preset, I could adjust the resolution of the stuff I'm designing. The print preset about printing stuff on Illustrator. Adobe PDF presets about turning stuff into PDF presets. SWF presets, okay, it's just all about presets. Just SWF, I don't know what that kind of file is anyway. Now, perspective grid preset about your perspective when you just all the stuff are just presets, okay. The next one is color settings, okay. Color settings is just all about colors, setting your colors RGB or CMYK. When I talk about graphic design tips, I think it's a brand new side episode which is coming from Pyrotion. Let's go stuff about graphic design, typographic, color stuff, using illustrations, and then that might be by next year March or next year February. We're actually working on it slowly and hoping that we can actually achieve something like that. So you can actually assign profile to this, and color profiles and everything. Also, you can check out your settings when you import your settings from your online or export settings to your new Adobe Illustrator version. Now, check out your preference. See, there's a whole preference right here. Press general. I could choose how my Illustrator is gonna look. I think I love black Illustrator. If I choose white, oh jeez, I'm not familiar with this one. Choose this one. Oh god, I'm not familiar. Choose this one. Now it's better. I think I love dark mode rather than this one. So that's just all about that part. Now objects. In objects, I could do a lot of stuff in objects. You see, if I click on this and I click on objects, you see some of them are highlighted. I can transform, move, rotate, reflect, scale, share. Here I click on arrange, I can bring to forward, bring backward, send to back. With group, I can group objects together. If I click two objects, look, object, group, I can group stuff together. If I click on this, yeah, I group. So press Ctrl Z and press Ctrl Z. Sorry. So when I click on this, you see, that's it. Okay, although I can just click them like this and press group, okay, but that's just what the object also does. So I can also ungroup them when I press it. Then let's just say I group them together. I can press object, ungroup, and see, they're not a group again. Now, next thing is the fact that I can actually lock my object or my selection. I can also hide the selection too. Though I can actually go to layer panel right here and unlock it, okay, or I could just hide it, okay. But I think it's quite easier using the object panel. So when I click on this, I could expand the appearance. So you use this when you're combining stuff together and you want to really make it quite good. You can use this, and to rasterize that or pixelized image, you can press rasterize, and you can actually do it using this. Okay. Also, you can create gradient mesh. Although I can create that with using the mesh tool right here. But if you wish to use gradient mesh tool, you can use this right here. Flatten transparency, your resolution, and how you want your stuff to look like. Now, if I press make pixel perfect, I want to make pixel to make it so perfect. Okay, as in make it really perfect, okay, with no problem, with no issue. So slice, I can make slice, I can slice shape, I can just use the slice tool right here, but I think they've got the tool right here. I can also create trim marks, okay, the place where I can just mark for the trims and stuff like that. Okay, I call them trim marks. I can just create them easily. Also, I can actually create paths. I can join path, outline path, offset path, reverse path, direction, simplify path, add anchor point, remove anchor points. Also, I can just create shapes. I can convert to shape, expand shapes. I can create patterns too. I can blend shapes together, give some distorting, making it warp with mesh. When we're making mascot logos, we discuss this stuff. Perspectives too, we can create perspectives right here. Live painting, we can actually do a lot of live painting from this stuff too. Okay, image tracing, trace images. Yeah, I can just create something from sketch or Illustrator without having to use the pen tool. Now, text wrap, you can just wrap your text in any way you want to. Make it big, make it small. You know, just for making good gaming logos and mascot logos. I can also edit my artboard right here. And if I go down a little bit, make some graph. Okay, too. So now we also have the type tool. This one deals with the text. I can import fonts from Adobe fonts, correct my fonts right here. Okay, I can also use recent fonts, that I've used before, size of my font, the glyphs. Yeah, those are images and symbols which I want to use in my design. Also, this is just for the select place, is just for select the kind of selection I want to make. Inverse selections, as in I want to use the next object above, next object below, the same selection, the one that has the same few stroke color, few color opacity. Objects, the one that are on the same layer, view brush strokes, all text object and stuff like that. I can also save my selection if I want to save it. Now next one is effect. This one is very important. We've got some Photoshop effect also available here. While on this effect, we've got some cool illustrator effects such as the rasterize, the pathfinder effect, which I'm going to explain in the next tutorial, and align and transform effect. Also, we've got the offset path, outline object strokes, stylize, draw shadow, feather, inner glow, outer glow, round corner, scribble. SVG filters, we've got the stuff right here. Warp, we've got the stuff right here. Maybe next tutorials we'll be discussing some of the vital effects of After Effects bit by bit. And then we can do the view. Look at the view. Using the view, we could adjust the slices, the preview on the CPU, zoom in and out, hide slices, actual size, hide edges, hide artboards, show print styling, hide bounding box, a lot of stuff that can be done right here. If I say you should show the rulers, no, it's not showing any ruler here, but when we say show rulers, you're going to see some ruler stuff here. And from the rulers, you can actually mark guides for your design, okay? Like, okay, I don't want this stuff, I want this stuff to be straight with this line, which means okay, you see, I can actually align it to where I want to. I'm just gonna snap to where it's meant to be. So you see, this is a very good stuff. Look, whoa, this is good, as you can see. So that's one thing about this stuff. Windows, with this view, you could actually do a lot of crazy stuff on this. Add slides, actual sizes, and add guides, okay, and stuff like that. You can actually snap, add also snapping stuff also to it. Also in the Windows panel, this is also very important, as you can find out some stuff from here, from actions to align. Anything you don't see here, if you want to align some, just click align and it's gonna appear. Okay, Pathfinder 2 is also gonna be right there, and transform 2. I'm going to be talking about this 3 in the next tutorial. Also the CSS property, flatten out gradients, to see it, just click it right here. It's always here. Navigator, you see it here. There's some tools that you're wondering that what is it you use. We'll discuss that on future tutorials. If you probably asking questions, we can actually do a special tutorial for you. Transparency tutorials too is also gonna come into place very soon. So that's just all about the interface. So easy to use. Adjust this to anything when I adjust this automation, and it's gonna change into what you want it to change into. And see, it's highly customizable. Trust me, highly customizable and cool. So that's all. So yeah, so okay, that's just all on today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you love what we are doing, please just give it a thumbs up on this video. Leave a comment below on what you're missing out and what you don't understand, and also for more to recommend more tutorials to us, just leave a comment below. We try our best to make sure we are able to give you the best we can. And also, this is a very new tutorial aspect, so we don't actually know much about standards of tutorials, but we hope that we can actually satisfy you, and we hope you've learned something in this tutorial. If you love this stuff, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out our other shows too, they really need your help. And thank you very much for watching the tutorial. Goodbye, and please stay safe.